Hi everyone. I had a request to show how I store my stamps and kind of explain it a little more in detail. I think I did a video on this maybe last year, but I'll do it again, no big deal. So this is for Diane, Scrappin' Crazed. I hope this answers all your questions. If not, just ask me and I will try to help you. Of course anybody can watch this video, but Diane's the one that requested it. So and please excuse my dirty binders. Everything in this house gets so dirty. I can't keep up with it. I mean, this is the dustiest place I've ever lived in my life. And so I keep everything in binders, sheet protectors, plastic bags, pretty much. So what I do is I have two binders, okay, and they're just simply labeled with masking tape. One says supply lists, the other says wood stamps. In my supply list book, I mean, this has everything. All my punches are here on these index cards. I know that's not what you asked about, but I'm going to show you anyway. And I have my Tim Holtz Distress inks. And the purpose of this binder is to keep track of what I have and my alcohol inks. That way, when I go shopping, I hopefully don't buy doubles. I do still buy doubles sometimes because I don't always have the binder with me, but this is a big help when you have as many stamps as I do. As you can see, this page is for Cuttlebug dies and embossing folders, and you know, then I have my spellbinders on this page, and you know, Sizzix and whatever dies I have. This is just a chart that I got, a Spellbinders Nestability sizing chart, and that helps a lot when you're trying to size, figure out the size of certain dies and what you need to cut your paper to, kind of thing. And so easy stuff. And then here's my stamp list. This list, and it's many pages long, it's 61 pages right at this point, and this one needs to be reprinted because it's out of date. But this is how I do it, and I keep a running list in my computer on Microsoft Word. And I list the company name. These are Inkadinkadoo and Inkadinka Clings, and I just list the name of the stamps. Now with Inkadinkadoo, I started listing the item number 2 because I have found that sometimes they will release the same stamp set under different names but the same number, or it's different names and different numbers but it's the same exact stamp set. That's how I end up with doubles sometimes. So I just list them all alphabetically, and you know, then I list the wood mounted stamps, you know, same way, alphabetically and by company name. So that's basically that binder. Yeah, you don't need to see every page, they're all the same, you know, just different companies, you know, Prima, Doodle Art, Rubber Stamp, you know, you get the idea. So that's how I keep a list of what I have. And this has the names of all the clear, cling, and wood mounted stamps that I have that I can get names on. Like the Studio G stamps, sometimes you can't get names on those. But that all goes into the supply list binder. Then I have this binder. It says wood stamps. Oops, sorry, wood stamps on it. And what I do is when I get a new stamp, I stamp it out on a piece of cardstock. That way, when I'm looking for a certain wood stamp to use, I just thumb through here and I say, oh, I like that background, I want to use that one. And then I'll go find that stamp. I pretty much know where all of my stamps are. I have them somewhat organized. I do need to go through and do the wood stamps again because they're quite a mess. But this is how I do my wood stamps. The clear stamps I have not stamped out this way. I wish I would have, but I have too many now to go back and do it. I don't know, I may at some point decide to do it, but right now I'm not going to do it that way. So, those are my two binders that I keep. and that tells me what I have, and the wood stamps, you know, the images are stamped out. So I'm gonna slowly turn you over here to my carts. This is just 2 of the 4 carts that I have, and these are not labeled, but I know pretty much how they're organized. And please excuse my dusty house. Anyway, I know that this first drawer has birthday stamps and food related stamps in the back, and they are stacked in here double wide. So if I'm looking for a birthday stamp, I just kind of, you know, do this until I find the one I'm looking for, kind of thing. And these ones are flower stamps, animal stamps, sentiment stamps. You get the idea with the wood stamps. Now, I'm going to swing you over here real quick to my binders. This is where I keep my clear and cling stamps. And I'm just going to grab a binder off of the shelf and show you how I do these. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you dizzy. So I grab this binder here. Now all of my stamps go into a certain category. This one is sentiments, animals, friends, miscellaneous stamps. This one happens to have swirls in it, so I wrote that there so I wouldn't forget, because I always seem to be looking for swirl stamps, also known as flourishes. So if I don't know what category to put it in, basically it goes into this category. I do have some that are flowers, birthday theme, Christmas theme, holiday theme. I keep my small Studio G dollar stamps, you know, the smaller stamps, in different binders from the big stamps. And I'll show you one of those binders after I show you this one. You know, I just break them down by category. You know, if a stamp set, sometimes it's hard to decide because, you know, one stamp set can have flowers and animals in it. So which one do you put it in? Do you put it in the animals binder? Do you put it in the flowers binder? My rule of thumb for my system is if it has more flowers than animals, it's going in the flower binder. If it has more animals than flowers, it's going in the animals binder. That's how I do it. I don't like to break up the stamp sets, you know what I mean? So this is how I do it basically. I take them out of the packaging, and these are not a good example because they're cling stamps, but I take them out of the packaging that they come in, and sometimes I will keep, you know, pieces of the packaging, you know, like this one has all the images, so that's a good thing. I'm thinking about organizing those instead of stamping them all out like I did my wood stamps. But anyway, what I do is I put this all on a piece of acetate, and then I have a piece of just construction paper. Buy it at Walmart, you know, it's, you know, the stuff kids use. And I write the, I'm sorry about that, my memory card was full. I forgot to delete off the last videos I did. So anyway, what I do is I keep them on, the cling ones on a piece of acetate, and then on a piece of construction paper. You could certainly use cardstock. It would be much more sturdier than this. And I just write the company name and the name of the stamp set. That way when I'm doing videos, I can tell you guys, hey, I used this stamp from the Cloud9 Love Phrase, you know, stamp set. That's the only reason I keep the names on here, so I can tell you guys. So let me find a set in here. This is a good example. These are my Mind's Eye stamp sets, and what I do is, again, I use construction paper, take them out of their original packaging. I keep them on the acetate sheets that they come with. I flip them over to the back side and I put glue dots on them, and then I just glue dot them right down to the construction paper, and I write the names of the stamp sets. These all are my mind's eye, so I just did that so I wouldn't have to write my mind's eye 20 million times. And that's how I do it. You know, that's how I put them into the binders, and I'll fix that after the video. So now let me show you my clear stamps. I'm gonna slowly turn around one more time. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. I have a very small space, so now I gotta kind of get my chair out of the way. So these binders up here house my small stamps, dollar stamps, Studio G stamps, whatever. I keep all the little cling ones in a separate binder, but they're stored the exact same way as these ones. So let me just pull one out and show you. And sorry, I didn't even stop and think, I just swung you around. Sorry, hope I didn't make you dizzy. These are basically stored the same way. Friends, flowers, animals, miscellaneous. They are also listed on my supply list. And what I'll do, if it's a dollar stamp or a small stamp, I'll write small stamp next to it so I know what binder to find it in. But this is how I do the small ones. I just have these baseball card protectors, and they hold 9 stamps, and you just slide them in. I try to use the original packaging as a backing. Sometimes it doesn't have original packaging, so you have to just cut a piece of cardstock that'll fit in there. And the reason I do that, a lot of people don't put the paper behind their stamps, but the reason I do is so I can see them better. Because if you take out the cardstock, you can see the stamps behind it, and with my eyes being bad, I need all the help I can get. So the cardstock helps me. So that's how I do the small ones. You know, I just put them in, and if the packaging doesn't fit, I trim it down to make it fit. You know, like you can see here on these, I had to trim them down to make them fit in. And there's no rhyme or reason. I don't keep them in, you know, any strict order. I just have them categorized, and I love to thumb through my binders and look at my stamps anyways. That's what helps inspire me sometimes. So, you know, if I have a bunch of flowers and animals mixed together, it really doesn't bother me. You know, like I got backgrounds mixed in. It doesn't bother me because I flip through and oh, hey, I like that stamp. I want to use it today. You know, or I have an idea for using this one today. You know, that kind of thing. So that's how I store my stamps. I hope that helps. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will get back to you. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a fabulous evening, and we will talk with you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.